Hi, this is Peter, head photographer at Cabral Photography. I just wanted to say thank you for watching this video. The reason why I'm doing these videos, and this is the first one, is because I think there's a lot of really great videos on how to shoot specific things and settings and what ISO you should use or what aperture you should use on specific things you're doing. And I think there's a lot of really great videos out there for that. What I don't think there's a lot of great videos is what to expect on a shoot. What kind of gear do you bring? What's the etiquette when you go on certain shoots? And that's really, as an experienced photographer, that's what I want to give out to maybe anyone who's starting out and doesn't know what to expect when you get to a set and things like that. So that's the reason for the video. So we'll get right into it. And before I start, I completely forgot to introduce Polly. This is my dog. She likes to sort of be wherever I am, so if you're wondering who the dog is, that's Polly. A video shoot that we went on a few days ago. It was for an independent artist here in Brisbane, Australia, so we went specifically to shoot a music video for this artist. I went as a producer of the music video and as the photographer shooting stills. It's really important to ask yourself the question is, who is your client on this case? With most shoots you're going to go to, as the photographer, you're the director of the set, you're sort of telling people what to do, where to stand, what kind of equipment you need. On a shoot like this, where it's a music video, you are definitely not the boss. The boss are the director or the directors. You're really there to help them fulfill their vision and not get in the way. I can't stress that enough, that there's no more annoying person on set than someone who takes control when that's not their role. So as a photographer, if you ever go to shoot stills on a movie or a music video, it's really knowing your role and not stepping in and taking control of things, because that's not what you're there for. Preparation for a shoot that you're going to do, especially one like a music video where you're going to be there for 8 or 9 hours, preparation is the most important thing you can do. For this specific shoot, we got to check out the location a couple days prior with the singer, and we were able to plan a lot of the scenes that we were going to do. I got to look at specific locations in the club and knew what I wanted to shoot at those specific locations. So if you're going to be in a venue or at a location for 7-8 hours, it's a great idea to go beforehand or get there early, just so you give yourself a little bit of leeway and know what exactly you're going to shoot. And if you can meet with the specific people involved, that's even better. So it's a good way to build rapport. As for the gear, because I went a couple days before, I had a really good idea of what kind of gear I should bring. So the first thing I'm going to do is just talk about my camera. I'm just going to reach here and grab it. So I'm a Canon guy. So the camera that I'm using is a Canon 5DS. Now the 5DS, if you're not familiar with that, it's a 50 megapixel camera. So the resolution you get with this camera is outstanding. The lens I'm using is a 24-70. So this was primarily the camera and lens that I used throughout the shoot. The lens is a really good one. It's a 2.8 aperture, so it's really good at low light. It allows me to zoom in a little bit, and it's wide enough for me to get some really good shots as well. If you're on a shoot and you have a camera like this, that's a 50 megapixel camera or around there, you might want to think about shooting at medium resolution. One of the things that I found out mid-shoot at a wedding was shooting at full resolution of 50 megapixel is great, but when you do a burst, it slows the camera down. So the camera sometimes is right into the card. So you're actually without a camera for about 10 to 15 seconds as the camera tries to catch up and right to the card. So if you're in a situation where you're on a shoot that needs a burst mode, you might want to shoot at medium resolution. There's no lag time with medium resolution. To give you an example, tomorrow night I'm shooting a surprise birthday party. So when the birthday boy comes into the room, I won't be shooting at full resolution. I'll be shooting at medium resolution because I'm going to get a burst of his reaction. And if I was to do a burst of his reactions on full resolution, that would jam my camera for about 15 seconds. And that's something you don't want. Batteries. Okay, I got 4 Canon batteries that are for my cameras. The last thing you want to do is show up on set and have a dead battery and you don't have any spares. So if you're going to go on a long shoot, make sure you have as many spares as you can afford. We had 3 cameras on set, and we had, I believe, 8 batteries, just in case. And I also bought a battery charger. If worst case scenario, we needed to charge a battery, I also had a battery charger for that purpose as well. I had a backup camera. I had 2 backup cameras in case my Canon 5DS malfunctioned, which is another great idea. If you can afford it, have at least 1 backup camera, because you don't want to be stuck on a shoot and your camera go down and then you're out and you can't shoot anything. There's nothing worse than that. So I had 2 different camera bodies to back up my 5DS, as well as I had 2 people helping me on the shoot. I had DJ, who was behind the camera. He was helping on the shoot as well, and he actually operated one of the cameras while the video was going on. And I also had my friend Darren, who was using 2 different kinds of cameras, so he brought 2 cameras himself and was shooting from different areas of the video as well. So if you have someone who can help you and they have a multitude of cameras, help is very good. And DJ and Darren were amazing on the shoot. They really helped out. So yeah, get help if you can find it. Lighting is also very important. So I had 3 different types of lighting. I had my flash gun, which was it's a 580EX2. It's a really nice speed light. These things suck batteries like you wouldn't believe. So I actually had a battery pack that I bought prior to going out to the shoot. Because yeah, these just chew through batteries like you wouldn't believe. So I can't recommend this flash enough. It's a really good flash to use. Saying that, we also had 2 backup flashes. Other lighting gear that we had a light that's on me right now. That really helped at the video, shooting the video as well, since I know the directors pretty well. I actually brought 2 continuous light sources. One with just normal with just the white see-through shade on it, and the second one we put a red filter on it just to give it a little bit more of a different look to the video shoot. The other thing I did for the shoot as well, to make my pictures look as unique as possible, I actually had a honeycomb grid that I bought off eBay. I think I paid $8 for this. And again, we'll do a close-up of this. This really kills the light and directs it in a very specific way when you're shooting people. So I can't recommend this more. You can buy it on eBay. You can probably find it for $8 or $10. Get it. It fits perfectly on your flash, and it really gives you a really interesting look to your shots that just the naked flash can't do. The other great thing about the honeycomb grid is you can get little gel filters for them. And so I have a pack of gel filters. As you can see, they come in a multitude of colors, from yellow to green to red to clear to blue. So this just fits right into the honeycomb, and it gives off a really nice look to your shots. And we'll include some photographs that I took during the video shoot of what I mean by using the gel. Tripods, photographer's best friend. I hardly ever do a shoot without a tripod. I always bring it with me just in case. And luckily we have 4 tripods, so I always bring at least 2 tripods with me in case anything ever breaks, or I have more than 1 camera that I want to use. I have tripods for it. Yeah, if you can afford to get a tripod, by all means get one. You can probably get one for 40 or $50. Even if it's cheap and it's not great, having a tripod is always better than not having a tripod. Especially in low light situations where you want to compose your shot, having a tripod is the best. Because I went to the venue a couple days prior to the shoot, I knew that it was going to be quite dark and I'd have to have a lot of external light to light certain shots that I wanted. So I brought 2 of these. So these are studio lights. They were really valuable in getting the look that I specifically wanted. If I didn't have these, I don't think I could have got exactly what I wanted. So if you can afford some studio lights, pick up a couple. If you can borrow them or rent them, yeah, they're really come in handy, especially if you're indoors. Obviously, I also have a battery-powered studio light because these need power. The battery-powered studio light I got for about $400, so that's another really good one to get. case you're ever outdoors. I've used my outdoor pattern power stimulator a few times at different shoots, and that really works out well as well. So yeah, if you can get to one of these bad boys, you should do it. One of the backup cameras that I used on my shoot was just a Canon 60D. I've had this camera for many years. This was sort of my entry level into more professional photography, so this is my backup to my backup. The reason I'm showing you this is because of the lens, baby lens. So with this lens, some people love it, like I love this lens. Other people absolutely hate it. My friend Darren, who was on the shoot with us, refused to use this lens. If you're ever stuck in a situation like music venues are great, if you're looking for something a little bit more edgy, the lens baby comes in handy. It's $100 for this lens. There's no aperture, and focus is, it's basically on an accordion system, and I'll show a close-up of this afterwards. So to focus on an item, or to focus in on a person, you literally have to play around with the accordion. It gives us such a unique look. I was at a concert venue taking pictures of a singer, and the guy next to me was just following me around, getting the exact same shots that I was getting. So I went into my kit and grabbed the lens baby, knowing that there was no way he could replicate any of the shots that I was getting, and it gave me such a unique edge that the singer who I was photographing preferred my shots with the lens baby just because they were so unique. A lot of people refer to these as a toy lens. If it is a toy lens, it's a pretty cool toy. Like I said, for $100, it's a Canon mount, and we'll show photographs that I took with the lens baby. So I brought my laptop in case there was any situation where we needed to back up any of the photos or videos. That came in handy as well. SD cards. I brought 10 SD cards. Someone really once gave me some really good advice, which I followed, not to use any SD card that was bigger than 16 gigabytes. Just because if you have a 64 gigabyte card, and all your photographs are on that 64 gigabyte card, and that card breaks or you lose it, your photos are done. There's no way of getting those photos back. So what this photographer does is she uses 16 to 8 gigabyte cards and just keeps changing. That way, if she loses one card, she's not lost for the entire day. So yeah, I don't shoot anything on anything bigger than a 16 gigabyte card. So that was really good advice that I got from the photographer. Yeah, that's pretty much wraps it up. Again, the best advice I can give you if you're going to do a long shoot like we did on this video, music video, is go beforehand, make a list of all the equipment that you're going to need, and make sure you bring it. There's a few things I didn't mention, like power leads. Bring power leads, because we went through, sometimes we were shooting from very, very far away from power points. Bring tape, because sometimes you have power leads that are on the floor that are trip hazards, so bring masking tape or duct tape to tape those suckers down. Anything you can think of that you might need, just bring it. I brought 10 bottles of water and gave it out to the crew as we were going, because everyone was thirsty when we came in from that side. It is Australia after all, and it was quite a hot day. So anything you can think of that would give you an edge as a photographer, anything you can think of that would help the people around you, right? Sensible shoes is another really good one, especially if you're going to be on your feet for 8 or 9 hours. I was on a shoot one time for 17 hours and my feet were killing me. So I went out the next day and bought sensible shoes to wear on photo shoots like that, because when you're on your feet for 17 hours, it hurts a lot. So once you finish watching this video, leave some comments. Did I miss anything? Is there anything that you do when you go on long shoots? Leave a comment, and thank you for watching.